the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
What's going on YouTube? This is Gemini G7 again. I got another product review for you guys, and it's one of my favorites. The Spiritus plate carrier rig. Anyhow, how I got into it is when I got digging deeper and deeper and deeper about plate carriers and other body armors and all that stuff. And everybody knows Dino Boy over that T-Rex arms. I watched his YouTube video and it led me to this. And it didn't stop me there, and then it just kept on going and going and going and going. I was like, wow. So this became my plate carrier, and I shit you not, this is one of the top 3 plate carriers. To me, in my eyes, in my understanding, the best plate carrier in the world. One of the top 3, and I believe this is the first. Very, very well made in the USA here, and I think he was in North Carolina. Okay. Anyhow, this plate carrier is very extremely modular, and what I mean by modular is that you can do all sorts of things with this vest. Okay, you can change this, customize that, add this, take this off, add this and this and this, etc, etc. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, you'll be surprised. Okay, and we're not even done yet. Okay, so let's get to the beginning. So let's say these are AR-15 mags here. Let's just say they are 300 blackout mags, and let's say I had 3 guys trying to break in, and I use all 3. Okay, and I'm on my last magazine. And I don't have time to reload, okay? But I'm just giving you a little scenario, okay? So I need a medical kit and more mags, and I'm gonna grab my other rifle, which is my AR-15 5.56 rifle. So let's say I want to change this out to something else on the fly, okay? So what I mean by this rig is very modular. It's very modular. I shit you not, okay? So this rig here has 2 buckles here on the side, one here, and the bottom is Velcro, okay? So you unbuckle these 2, rip this off. Got my other rig, put this on. There we go. That's how fast the rig is. If I want to add a first aid kit, got me a sack here. If I can see. That's it. That's that quick on the fly. I love this rig so much. Okay, and as you can see, I got 3 AR-15 mags. Okay, where you go? My 1911 mag. This here is called the Micro Fight MK3. This one here is called a 5.56 Platre. This one here, the Micro Fight MK3, you need more stuff to finish the build. These inserts here inside here is called a double pouch mag. On both sides, it's elastic, but on both sides of the pouch has Velcro in it. And inside the pouch here has Velcro. When you throw it in there, it ain't going anywhere, and you can literally take it off, put it on, ain't going anywhere. Same thing with the 5.56 insert inside here as well. There's 3 pouches in here, are together in one, and both sides of the insert has Velcro on it. Once you take these out and use them, they're not going anywhere. They're pretty snug. You can leave this wide open. You can do a full flap or a half flap. This is a half flap. Okay. Everything on this rig here is sold separately. You have to buy part by part and build it. It took me nearly 3 weeks to do this. Okay. Every time I want to order something to complete my rig and complete my build, they're either out of stock, and I have to wait till they put it back in stock and me to you know, put in my shopping cart and whatever I need and check out and pay for it, and they'll ship it to me. Okay, so I finally finished my rig. It took me about 3.5 weeks to finish this build. Okay, this sack here is also sold separately. Okay, if you want to buy the whole entire set, it's mostly solid colors, but like Grey Wolf, Coyote, Avid, Multicam, and Ranger Green, you go to trexarms.com. They sell the whole rig, but not the sack or the MK Flight. Just the front and the back, and your cummerbund, elastic cummerbund as one set. Everything else you have to buy. Everything else you gotta buy the sack separate. You gotta buy the MK4 microfight MK4 rig. You gotta buy the 556 Platre if you want this. It just goes on and on. They have wings expander to put extra magazine. The elastic cummerbund has 2 slots. You can add more magazine, AR-15 magazine, whatever you like, to fit it. You can even fit a radio, radio comm in there as well. Okay. Also, you got these Trifold shoulder pads here. They're out, and then they have 2 flaps. One goes on top, one goes like that, and then it's a Velcro. Most people buy them. I buy them for comfort, and then also people buy it when they have radios right here. They will run the wire through the slot, through the side here, and run that to the back into the ear so they can talk on the radio on their comms. Okay. Some people are really serious about the rig, and they also buy a hard bulletproof helmet as well, with night vision on top and ear muffs also in there as well. I'm not gonna go that extreme. I just want the rig for self-defense and carry on my day and go where else I need to go with my rig. I'm not gonna go that extreme, but there are people that I've seen go really extreme. Okay. Anyhow, T-Rex arms don't have multicam black. This is a multicam black color. Okay. On the website, Spiritus system has this color, but you get to buy them separately, piece by piece, and put them all together. It took me a few days to figure out what's what, ask questions here and there, and YouTube and research, and then I finally got the rig and got the idea of the whole rig and how it works. Okay, this rig here is an over it. This is a level 119 over it plate rig. It's an over it front, over it back. Some people buy the over it, the level 119 over it front carrier, but they buy the cover it rear plate carrier. And you can do whatever you like. The reason why I choose to complete purely to the over it front carrier and back carrier, because they have these zippers right here in the back. See these zippers right here, here and here, and they're working on a piece this year, or hopefully it comes out this year, to add the piece to this set. That's the reason why I choose it. You can actually add a backpack to it. It's really awesome. And here is the video of it right about here.
All right, we got Miles from Spiritus Systems over here. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, just hanging out here at SHOT Show.
Right. The last day of the week. So what products do you guys got over here?
Okay, we got 2 products. Go with the first one. This is our Sear-Attack sling, done in collaboration with Sear-Attack. It's a really simple design, thin padding. This is Sear-Attack's patented quick adjust sling, and so really what it was designed for in mind is whenever you have your kit on, you know, you've got your gas mask, your nods, your helmet, your gloves and whatnot, you don't really have, it's harder for you to adjust your sling to the point that you want to. It's just a really simple design. There's not really a whole lot of sexy stuff to say about it because it is just a sling.
It's a 2-point sling, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's all that matters. You know, I'm a fan of it.
I like it,
Come over here to the back panel. So this is our back panel, and if you're familiar with our products, you know that we really stress modularity.
Yep.
And so this back panel really has that in mind. And so starting at the top, these zippers open up to reveal a compartment, and this flap folds out. This is the beaver tail, so that you can put breaching tools and stuff like that in there. Yeah. The back panel attaches here with the zipper, and so it opens up at this point, but if you want a slimmer profile and you want it to sit more flush, you can take this zipper and attach it instead of the other one. That's a really
cool idea. So you can actually have an expansion system in there. It's kind of like a backpack.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's a pass-through here, and actually this panel itself is completely removable.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have any other panels over here. Oops. You get the idea. If we pull this pouch forward.
Customization.
Yeah, there's another compartment here that's independent of the beaver tail. We've got pouches. It's a simple design. It's really, you know, I guess a lot of times backpacks are used and there's a lot of unnecessary storage.
Yep.
And so people want to fill up their backpacks and they end up putting a lot of unnecessary stuff in their backpack. And so this back panel is designed to only carry what you need.
Yep.
And you can customize your back panel to exactly what you're gonna be doing.
Cool.
So that's all I got for you, man.
Okay, well, Spiritus Systems, thank you very much, Miles.
Thanks for having us.
So what do you guys think about the backpack? Pretty cool, huh? You can do all kind of stuff, add more stuff to it, add more mollies to it. All you do is zip it up to the zip to your back of your back carrier and be on with your day. You can pop the beaver tail open and put a 300 blackout, fold the stock in half and throw it in there and carry extra rifle with you if you want. And you just carry your 5.56 rifle in front, your AR-15 in front. You can do so much stuff with this rig, it's not even funny. There are companies out there, it's called AXL. They sell a little bit of accessories for the Spiritus rig. Pharaoh is another one, but I don't know, I'm not too sure 100% if they have anything for the Spiritus accessories, like different accessories that Spiritus did not make. CRYE is another company, I think Cry Precision, I think. They make some parts for the Spiritus rig, some of it, but not a whole lot. It just goes on and on. This rig is very, very, very modular, extremely modular. You can do a lot with this rig, okay? When you buy your side cone buttons, there are 3 different types, okay? This is the most expensive one here. It's a 3-strip layer with a tube. So as you can see, I can just pull this, pull down or up, and they'll just right? Yeah, it comes out. It's a little snug on me. And when you put it on, that's it, okay? This is the most expensive one. The least expensive one, it's a cummerbund, but it's Velcro, and it's elastic, which is when you have, well, I have to show you the very back, but on the very back, underneath the plate, there's a whole bunch of holes with the bungee cord. You have to, as you go inside, you're making your cummerbund smaller if you're a skinny dude. You have to play with it. They have like a total of 5 rows, okay? Well, 8 rows, I think, yeah, 8. 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. So you start from the middle, you're a small dude, skinny dude. So if you're a big guy, start from the 3rd or the 4th in, and that's what I use. I use the maximum because I'm a big dude, I'm a big guy. So this fits me fine. Yeah, it's snug but not really tight. If I put a plate carrier, let's say a Hesco 4400 or 4800 series, and they're thin ceramic plates, I'll go in here with my trunk pads already right here. Perfect. It don't bother me. I breathe this fine. This plate is slack here as well. Back here has this netting right here. You can put like your maps and all other stuff. Problem with that is that over time, when you wear your plate rig for a long period of time, whatever you stuff in here that's paper is going to be degraded because all your sweat will be soaked into that paper, to that mat, and then it will be all shredded to pieces. You can't read shit. So it's better to have it laminated or put in a Ziploc bag and fold it up and put it in here, okay, if you want to go that route, if you want to go all full extreme. You can do a lot with this. It's not even kidding. And right now I have a half flap, not a full flap. Some people run a full open, some people buy a zipper here. You can buy a zipper here from AXL and add this to your rig if you want to. Right now I'm missing a multi-tool kit, but I do have a knife as well. I want to put a multi-tool kit in here and a couple of glow sticks, okay? Down here is my medical sack. It's a pocket right here in front. You can put it wherever you want. On top, I have a medical kit. Okay, got me some shears as well. And I also got a three-hole loop insert here as well. If I want to put like a smoke grenade or whatever I want to put in here, like you know, like snacks or whatever, you know, whatever I want, it'll fit in this in here. If you want to put extra mags in there, it'll fit in there too. So just want to give you a heads up on that. On Spiritus website, they do sell these medical kits. They're nice, good medical kits. They're not the most 100% perfect, but they're there. They're like 90-95% perfect. Okay, this thing here comes with a lot. They have two different they have two different kinds on Spiritus System website. They have the basic and they got the advanced one. Now this is the advanced one. As you can see, it's really thick and chunky. Okay, it comes with a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so one of S-roll gauze, quick gauze, combat gauze, dry stone burn dressing, cover extra large, 4-inch mini emergency trauma dressing, emergency survival wrap, high fin vent combat chest seal twin pack. There's two of those. ARS needle decompression kit, 10 gauge needle, 2-inch flat surgical tape, permanent marker, small, a combat casualty card. That card is to, let's say that you use this kit to save someone's life, okay, and you address the wound or whatever the person, like a bullet wound or whatever. When you bring him to the hospital or the ambulance can pick him up, you fill out the card, his name and his full name, whatever you want, right? What you did to the patient, what you used for that person, and they'll read it from there. And they took care. They'll process faster because you addressed the wound already, and they'll speed it up to help them heal the wound. Okay. Come with a bear claw, nitrile gloves as well, large size. Comes with everything in here. Okay. I do want to notice this. If you go to any other medical store, okay, they don't sell this right here the most, especially individually. Spiritus System sell this decompression needle by itself, or you can buy, it comes with a kit. If you go to a surplus store or a brass army surplus store, they don't really sell this individually. If you Google right now, you go to pharmacy, you're looking for decompressed needle, they'll have it, but they won't let you buy it unless you have a pharmacy license, which is kind of stupid. Spiritus doesn't sell it to you. Okay, it's a medical thing, and like you're using it to commit suicide or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's a tool, helps save lives, has everything you need in here. Okay, shears is a must. Okay, you gotta have shears. If you get shot in the leg and you're wearing long pants, you can use these shears here to cut and open that pants up and take care of that wound. Okay, this is all for myself. I have the same one for my fiance for her rig. It's all in there. So if for some reason we got separated and she got shot in the leg or the arm, she has the tools to take care of herself until we get back together again to do whatever. If it ever goes that far, that very extreme. But you never know. It's better to have it and not need it than when you really need it, you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I give her exactly what I have. Her rig is not a Spiritus rig, but it's like a JPC rig, okay? But she has everything. I built that really well for her, okay? So as you can see, I got really deep into the plate carrier world, and I found Spiritus, and I'm really happy that I did, because this is like one of the nicest plate carrier ever, and it's my favorite, okay? If you guys ever want to get into this rig and get one, I'll add the links at the bottom of the video, okay? Also, back at my plate carrier, not only does it have zipper, but they also have a recovery handle on the very back. And my fiance's rig, the handle is molded onto the back of the plate carrier, okay? Now, this rig here on the recovery handle on mine, when you pull it, the straps inside will untangle itself and become about this long, okay? And the reason why it's that long, on my fiance's rig, it's molded on there and it doesn't stretch, it stays on there. So if I want to rescue her and she's down, she got hit, and I gotta try to go get her and pull her to a safe haven, to a safe spot with me, I have to grab her handle on the back of her rig, pull her up as high as I can, and pull back while fighting the enemy off. the way the Spiritus system, how they did theirs, is really awesome. And here, and what you do is when you pull the recovery handle up, it expands the belt. Like it's kind of like a belt, but more of a strap. It's this long. So every time, so when you get ready to rescue me, instead of pulling me up, you're actually just pulling me back. You don't have to pull me up, just pull me back, just drive me back, and I'll stay evenly on the ground, and I'll be safe. And here is the video of it to give you more an example of what this recovery handle does. Right about here.
Hey everyone, it's Adam from Spiritus Systems. I just wanted to go over today one of our collaborative products. This is the recovery handle. This is a product that we built in collaboration with the Direct Action Resource Center down in Arkansas. Some of you might know it as the Darcy drag strap or the Darcy handle, or any other name. This is a concept that originated down there, so we want to give them full credit for that. Basically, Spiritus Systems took this idea, worked with the Direct Action Resource Center to kind of package it into a product that could be purchased at scale for law enforcement or military organizations. We basically wanted something that a purchaser could come and acquire for the entire team, and everybody has the same thing, so everybody knows how it works. There's also some design changes that we made. Since this is a packaged product, that make it a little more streamlined for the end user. So the first thing I want to talk about is conceptually why this is a superior method to just winging it or not really having anything at all. So we can talk about kind of just the dynamic of a plate bag. A lot of manufacturers put this, this kind of strap up here. We've all seen it. It just attaches to the plate bag. And whether or not the manufacturer intends for that to be a drag handle or if they intended for that to be a carry handle, that's debatable. But, a lot of guys consider it a drag handle. Now, this loop, although you could use it in a pinch to extract a casualty, it's just not the best way to do it. It's not the most efficient way. There's definitely a better way. Well, some problems with this is that when you have a casualty who just went down and they're dead weight now, in order for you as the recovery element to grab that casualty and drag them, you have to bend over at the waist. This throws off your center of gravity because you're putting the bulk of your body out in front of your knees instead of on top of them. It also, there's an issue of where you grab. So if you have a drag handle, you grab it. If you don't, you're maybe grabbing underneath the strap here, trying to extract that person. Neither of those are ideal. The other point is for the casualty, really, when you grab this handle and you pull up, the plate carrier is going to essentially come up into the throat area of your casualty, and you're going to give them what's called plate bash. So the plate is going to be essentially just hitting them in the chin and the face. They're going to be biting their tongue if they're unconscious. They can't breathe. Maybe you're closing their airway. So you're turning a bad situation worse potentially while you're trying to conduct a recovery. So we kind of fixed a lot of these issues in this design. And so, I guess I'll just start going over those as well. So how we've eliminated the plate bash issue is it's very clever. Actually, it's very simple. So down here, there's just a carabiner. It comes with the kit. It's a wire gate. It does not lock. And you essentially, you wear this on your belt, on your inner pants belt. And we basically have a hitch here that you just clip into the carabiner. Now what that does is when we pull the handle and we start dragging the casualty, the weight is transferred, the actual pull weight is transferred to the casualty's hips, and it is not being pulled by the vest. So that's the most important distinction of this whole system, is that the weight is transferred to those hips. So when you grab that guy and you start pulling him, you're going to be pulling him from the belt and his pants and his waist instead of from, you know, his throat and his plate carrier. The other great thing about it is actually in the handle here. So on the traditional Darcy strap or drag handle, you were basically using tubular nylon webbing and you were tucking it into your molly or weaving it in, and then you were rubber banding it or securing it somehow to the molly up here, so that, you know, when somebody comes up and they pull, it would break the rubber bands and you would just go on your way, which works really well. Actually, it does work really well. A couple of problems with that is that it's difficult to reset. So you basically would have to, in training, you would have to come back, refold everything, rubber band it again. You know, it just takes a lot of time out of your training. It also, you know, you had to figure out how you were going to weave it in here in such a way that it wasn't going to come out. You know, it's just a very homebrew way of doing something, and it's worked very well for many years. So how we solved that, as you can see, I used the coyote nylon here to try to contrast a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it well in the camera, but we have a single strand running down through the molly and out through the bottom here. So, and what we've done is we've made this kind of chassis handle piece, and that is actually where all the additional webbing is stowed. As you can see in here, there's just all the additional length of webbing is just stowed inside of the handle. And the handle is secured to the plate bag with these two internal molly stays. So these stays are just, they go straight down in there. They're impregnated with plastic, so they're nice and rigid. And what this allows for is the handle just sits into your bag like that. It doesn't accidentally get pulled out with your sling, and it just kind of stays there. Now, when somebody wants to perform a recovery, they would come and they would pull this with, you know, quite a bit of force, and it will actually unlock and allow this piece to come out of the plate bag. As you can see, the webbing will start to come undone and pull out of the sides as it comes out of the top. So, you know, as the rescuer pulls, this whole handle is going to release from the carrier. Okay, now we made it with just enough retention. As you can see, there's these little tabs here. We made it with just enough retention so that, again, your sling catching on the back isn't going to pull the handle out all the time, but if you give it a good tug, these are going to give way and allow you to extract this. Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit. It's taller than him, right? It's up to the top of his head. There's quite a bit of webbing. Now, this is where you would grab this handle and begin to drag your casualty, which, again, it would, you know, if I was dragging this guy, I would have the handle right here in my hips, and I would just be pulling him. Advantages there, I'm not bent over. I can also still see what's going on. My weapon is stowed, you know, and it's not hitting him in the face. Whereas if I'm dragging him, you know, the old way with this, the whole time my weapon's hitting him in the face, I'm creating more issues. It actually, and kind of something that a lot of guys don't notice, but when this handle is pulled up and taut, it actually creates kind of a cradle for the casualty's head. So his head isn't just flopped back, he's actually kind of nestled in there. And as you drag him, you know, you're just dragging basically his legs because you've lifted that weight up off the ground of his torso and his upper body. So it's super simple to set up. We have instructions. I'm not going to go over the setup in this video. I just kind of wanted to talk conceptually about the product and why it's important. You know, I think it's a great product. I think the concept should be implemented with every single team, whether you're in an infantry platoon or you're in a SWAT team. Like, you should have casualty rescue as part of your training, and you should definitely be implementing the TTPs to extract a casualty, making sure guys are clipping in every operation, checking your buddy to make sure he's clipped in. It's a great product, and it allows for very, very rapid casualty extraction. And again, it's in collaboration with the Direct Action Resource Center. Can't thank them enough for their guidance and help with developing this product and getting it to market. So all the information's below. Again, it's the Spiritus Systems recovery handle. Thanks for watching, guys.
So anyhow, I fell in love with this rig. I'm very happy with it. Thankfully that I found this rig, my favorite rig. It's awesome. Love it. Love it. I really love it. It's so modular, so extreme. There's so much more you can do with this rig. There's so much more. All I need is some plates and I'm good to go. I'm set. I have everything that I need. Okay. So thank you for watching. I'll add links to the bottom of the video if you guys are interested in again this kind of type of setup, whatever, vice versa of this plate carrier, you want to get the Spirit system for yourself or not. Okay. Give me some comment. Ask any questions. If you have any questions for me, give me a thumbs like, subscribe, and yeah, that's all I have right now. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Until then, I have more videos to come. Stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys ever have time, you're ever bored, you can go to my playlist and check out all the videos that I have done and check them out as well. Okay. Until then, that's all I have right now. Peace and have a good weekend and happy July 4th. Later, y'all.